Hey everyone, welcome back. So I haven't done a video in a while. It's been a really cold winter here in New Jersey, and I pretty much haven't gotten out to take many photos at all. But now it's starting to warm up a bit, so I'm getting out a little more to try to get the juices flowing again. And I haven't shot any of the Kentmere 200 speed film yet, so I wanted to try it out. And there was still some snow on the ground. And again, my motivation wasn't super high yet, but I wanted to test the film out. So I had an old pair of gray boots, and my object was just to throw the boots around anywhere in the snow and then snap pictures of it. And because there was a lot of snow, it brought me back to thinking about when I first went to the Nikon School of Photography, and when the gray card was first brought to my attention. Taking your exposure reading off the gray card, you found the middle ground. And the light meter in a camera and the hand light meter, they're calibrated to render everything as a middle gray. If your subject sits against a predominantly bright backdrop, say like you want to take somebody's picture at the beach, and you're taking a picture with a camera that has an average light meter, and you're taking a picture of the overall scene, you're going to get a resulting image that's going to be underexposed. And the opposite's going to happen if your subject sits against a predominantly dark or black backdrop. You're going to get an image that results as an overexposure. For this video clip, I am using my phone and I have it set to auto exposure. Notice that the snow is more of a gray color than white. Now notice the snow in the background when I hold the gray card up to it, and then as I move the card away from the camera. The camera's light meter automatically adjusted the exposure when viewing the gray card. Again, it's just because a light meter is calibrated to render everything, regardless of color, as a middle gray. So by taking a meter reading off a gray card, or finding something in the scene that will render as a middle gray and taking a meter reading off of that, all or most of the shades from black to white should fall into their proper place. Now, if you don't have a gray card, luckily in my backyard, I have a grill with a gray cover. So I could take anything that's close to neutral gray and I could read off that. So if I don't have a card with me, I have fences out there that are gray. So that is what I did for this series of photographs. I took my meter reading off the gray fence, but keep in mind that whatever lighting condition the subject sits in, the part of the scene I'm taking a meter reading of needs to also be in the same or a similar lighting condition. So while the subject is sitting in direct sunlight, I took a meter reading off of the side of the fence that was also sitting in direct sunlight. And when the subject was sitting in a shaded area or in a backlit situation, I then took a reading off of the shady side of the fence. It's not always convenient to use a gray card though, or even match something else in the scene that is a middle gray. Most green grass will render as a middle gray in black and white. That's exactly what I did for this particular shoot. I simply filled the frame of my camera with the grass, took a reading, and used those settings. No green grass? No problem. Another technique is to take a meter reading off the palm of your hand and then adjust the exposure by opening the lens one full stop extra from what the camera meter reads. These are just a few techniques that work pretty nicely when adjusting your exposure settings when metering with a fully manual camera, a handheld meter, or an automatic camera that is set to the manual metering mode. So I moved inside to get some more photos of a few of my guitars while continuing to try out Kentmere 200 using my K000 with a 55mm lens. I also find a gray card very helpful with an indoor studio type setting for, say, still life photos or portrait photos when using available light or a light source from some type of constant source like a photo flood or even a combination of both. I used a combination of window light and a photo flood bounced off the ceiling as a fill light. I attached a gray card to the neck of my guitar, taking my reading directly off the card with the camera's built-in light meter. In the meantime, though, if you have come this far, check out the last few photos that I captured as I continued to check out Kentmere 200, which also I developed in D76 stock solution. And as always, thanks for viewing, and I will catch you in the next one.